Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and I did all that just to do this. How many times have I said that in all the videos that I've ever made? I just spent like a half an hour going through this project, making some code analysis rules go away and updating some other things just so I could build it. That's just crazy. Okay. And I'm also getting this very odd generator failed to generate source, but I made a separate console app. I believe this is coming from Compute Sharp and referencing those packages, and it works just fine. So I have no idea what's causing this to trigger. It's just showing up. So it doesn't tell me where, when, how, or why. Well, writing generators is not easy. Doing anything with the compiler API is not easy. So I don't know. Anyway, where was I? I believe I was writing tests. I think that's what I was doing. I think it was this one, right? Yeah, just wanted to run this. I did all that just to run this. Well, it passes. It tells you there's this unexpected error. It's because of that generator thing. I don't know why, but it will say that this should have passed, right? And if I go to the Test Explorer, yes, it does. Why is this over here? Got pushed down? There you go. Okay, I guess it was over too far or something. I don't know. So, okay, so now it seems like this exception should now throw as expected. Let's see what happens when I run. Oh no, I don't want to run all tests because I don't want to run. This is just this is a console app. Yes, I made it a console app because I didn't want it running when I'm running all my tests. So let's do that. Okay, I actually paused that for a second because it was taking forever to get all these tests to run. But I think this is what we wanted. And just to make sure, I believe that yes, this is what we're doing here. We're taking these failures, we're saying what the type is, what the method is, and what the message is. Now what's interesting is in this verify, we're getting a member description. What does that do? Oh, it gets the member identifier. Uh-huh. And that's the method. You know what? That's not really true. Let's actually just do this. There. Okay. That's actually what we want because we want to say here's the member. It could be a property or a method. So that's good enough. Yeah. Because we get whatever is in that attribute. Okay, cool. That's type, member, and then the message of the failure. What would the message be? Oh, we're just adding them all together. Oh, that's a different, okay. That's telling me what failed, I believe. What we should do here is have a verification tests. Yes. Okay. But isn't there like a with here? The description of what the test, this constraint tests. Can you actually get the exception? Default order is just no. Those type of with arguments and builder description display name or with, is there like an exception? Yes, that is a, that matches because it is a calling that. It looks weird, but calling that actually works. Yeah, but I want to see what the exception is. Well, let's just do this. Xspec. Okay, so it's going to fail But let's see how it fails, just for my own edification purposes. We already have a test that it's going to show that we actually get the right message. This is just, okay, it failed, which is expected. Oh, it is the mess. All that work for nothing. I'm doing it in the wrong thing. I do want this to be message. Yes, that's how it's going to. Okay, so we actually do want this to be on the message. Because obviously, can we say override message? Yes, we can. That's what we want to do. I mean, come on, people. It's obvious that's what we want to do. Okay. And we're saying we don't take a null. So we should actually probably say here, throw a new Annie. Oh, name of course. Okay. So we'll do that here. And then we'll put this on a separate line because of reasons. And we should do that here. I don't know if I'm doing the same thing on the other one, but that's okay. And then we do that here as well. This one we know we're going to be fine because we say do list. It feels crappy the way I'm doing it. We could also, if we really wanted to be, we could say this dot failures dot count is greater than 0. If that's true, then we do this. Otherwise, we say no failures were reported. It should almost always likely be that. I mean, that's the only one I'm calling. Whatever. Okay, so now if we come back to verification exception test, we should assert that e.message is equal to that. Okay. And of course, this is going to bust all the things because I have to shut down and start up again because I changed this. Right? Because that made a whole ton of sense. And I could put more tests around verification exception and make sure that, you know, what happens if you pass in a, you know, that. Now, yeah. What I really just want is this. I don't want you to have a message and you know, it really should only be this. That's the only one we care about. You know, you see what I'm balking at? Because you're giving me a message, I'm going to assign it as a message, but then I'm going to change it anyway because of what you're giving me here. Such a simple little thing. But if I don't have these on here, you start getting all these analyzer errors saying that's not the way an exception should be created. You should have a string message, blah, 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 blah. Because of course, why wouldn't you? But this is really the only one I want. You know, if I commented this out, none of the code's going to break if I do all this in the sense of I'm breaking something that's already there, you know. But now if I say build, this should give some errors. And in fact, I shouldn't even, if I take this one off, then it's going to complain that it's not being serialized correctly or something like that. It's really become a pain in the butt. Exceptions have really, you know, again, it's supposed to be this standard-based type that you get for everything, but it's not what I wanted. I bet you it's going to have a bunch of, well, yeah, integration tests, fine, whatever. I don't care about, no, don't filter out to just that one. Which you say there are two, but you're not going to show me what they are. Why would they be? No, that's not right. Why would they be tests? You'd think it would be just this, right? And again, why it's thinking that I'm almost positive if I said, no. If I come back here and I say Shift F6, it should build. Do we not care anymore? Is it okay to do this? Or is something else being hidden here? All this for just a exception. This is just like, come on. Okay, it succeeded. You saw that. You saw that, folks. Let's run this. Okay. Now if we come back here, I doubt this is going to work. It should still probably say the message is like blank because I don't think it's updated. The following verification failures occurred. Ah, it did. Okay. Type rocks integration tests, data, member, we don't know, message, well, that sucks. Why is that? And I bet, yeah, I can't get into it. Hold on. It should have, because remember I was looking at the extensions here, equals the identifier value. We may have another bug. Hold on, I'm going to shut down startup again, and I'm going to see if I can get this to happen. Hold on. Well, I'm glad I did this because I don't know how I ever missed this bug. But this makes no sense whatsoever. And the reason why is because I'm saying, hey, type of T. Well, that type of T is the interface you're passing in. Like in this case, this example that I've been trying to work with is rocks integration tests iData, because that's the interface up here. Okay. Makes sense. This doesn't have that member information attribute on it. It is the mock type that has those on. And that is what I'm trying to get at. This gives you back an expectations of iData, okay? Which again is what you want. What we really want is the actual type of the mock, not the, yeah, not the, because this gives you the pair, and the pair is a int and list of handler information. We're not getting, like, the failure is telling us the right thing. If you look again at what it's telling you here is that it's telling you where that's coming from. The member is not found. The message is expected call count is incorrect. It should be 1 and not, and then what you actually get is 0. Okay. So what we want to do is let's actually debug this, because let's see if we have any chance of actually figuring out what the member is. And I can change instead of type saying target type, because it really is your target. Oh, I don't want to load all these things. Stop it. I've been doing demos where I'm actually going into code, and that's, yeah, just, let's go on to tools, options, go on to debug. This is a nice one now, colors theme, use system settings. They've actually got that in place now, so that's nice. So let's just say my code. Okay. All right. Did not want to be debugging everything, because, oh boy, that would be fun. No, didn't I have a breakpoint here? Yeah. That goes right into here. Oh, just no. Oh, darn it. It's fine. Although I don't think this is going to work either. Oh, it did. Okay, good. You do have to, because it's not my code. I'm referencing it as a analyzer package, so it's a little bit different. Okay, that's fine. So the pair is what? The key is 1, and the value is that stuff. But that's not what we want. What we want is the actual mock type. And I don't know if we can get it from here. We've never been told that. Well, that's cute because, yeah, it's going to say 1, and it's just going to basically say I have no idea what the member is. But if we look at the mock type itself, that would have it on there. And I am at this point stuck because, well, in part, I can't actually say go into instance. I'm in this weird situation again where it won't let me actually go into any of the generated source code. And I don't know why. It just won't. So that's a bummer. I wish there was some general just restart clean, but I've been starting and stopping and it just will not do it. It will not let me go into this code, even though it builds and it. I know I've complained about this in many, many other videos, just why this is such a pain. And I don't know if this is ever going to get improved. I kind of highly doubt it will, which kind of sucks. But, oh well, what are you going to do? Yeah, this test will fail again because I got the verify call outside, which is really not what I meant. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine that it's failing. But this is going to be a nightmare to debug if I can't figure out what the actual code looks like. I mean, I know that the overridden members in the mock have the member identifiers on them. But the whole point of doing this is to actually grab those from it. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm not creating that. And those, yeah, when you say rock create, you're getting a expectations of that. That's the create all expectations. This instance, yeah, you don't know what that is. But of course you don't know what that is. Why would you know what that is? It's something that implements iData, but it doesn't help. Except when I say expectations instance, that's right. That's a generated extension method. And that's what actually is what creates it. I wonder. I can't do this here because, again, it won't let me see the generated code. But I should have enough generator tests in here that, sorry, like if I do this, okay, and then I see instance here, okay, so I'm saying this is, because I got mixed properties up here. Mixed properties is just a class with some virtual stuff. That's great, okay. So now what I want to do is create this. What I could do is be sneaky here. I could have expectations here because I've got that was instance invoked, right? What I could add is a third one here and say mock type. And all that is a type. And it's of this type. I could say self.mockType is equal to type of rocks mixed properties. And then use that to find the, which of course is going to break a whole bunch of code because now I'm going to have everywhere in here self mock type is equal to type of this. Now, of course, what happens if that is open or closed generic? Just like that, I think is that's okay. Like I can say anywhere here, I could say var x is equal to type of. Well, there's two ways that I'm thinking. List, okay, and that's okay because that's just the open generic version of it. But what I could also do here is say var mock is equal to this, okay, then the self mock type is equal to get type, because every instance, they all have a get type, and then just say return mock. Okay. So that would also break some code, but that would allow me then to hopefully do that member search correctly and get the actual member name. It would also allow me here in expectations when I do verify, instead of saying type a T, I would do that and then say type that, mock type that, member that, message that. This will be a long one. Hopefully you're not getting a lot of verification failures, but we go deeper down a hole, don't we? What I thought was going to be a very simple way to start this endeavor has now become a big mess because I never actually did this correctly at all. But this is good because, like I said, I didn't do this right. So, oh, now you went away. Why did you go away? Well, I can still not navigate under it, but now you say I can do that, whatever. Hopefully with all the changes I'm about to make, that is going to. So hold on, right? We're going to need to remember this. So let's back this all up, back the bus up. Okay. None of this ever happened. There you go. Okay. So I'm back to normal with this. That's what I'm doing right now. What's funny about this too is I just realized, oh noes, benchmark mocknet. My numbers are going to go down. Oh no. Because if you look at the results here for a mock to be created, right now Rocks just blows the competition away. That little piece of code that I'm about to do here, I bet that's going to make this worse than PCL mock. Because I'm going to have to do a little bit more to capture this information, but I don't see how else I can do this, you know. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We just want to do something like this. Hopefully that's not too slow to slow down the instance, but otherwise we won't get verification information correctly and none of this will work. So I don't care about this. That's all I care about. Okay. So next video, we will tackle this. It's going to cause a lot of tests to break, but we're going to tackle it and make it happen. And hopefully that is what actually makes this. Will it? If I do get type on the mock is actually what has all the member infos on it, right? Yep. And it says find those with that and then give me that. And that's what I want to get public by. Yep. All right. So we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.